is the best sponsor at eXp Realty? If you're exploring joining eXp Realty, and especially if you make the decision that you'd like to proceed forward in the process, one of the questions that's going to come up in your join application is, who would you like to name as your sponsoring agent? And in this video, I'm going to dive into who the best sponsor is at eXp Realty. That way, when it's time for you to answer that question, you can move forward with boldness and confidence and knowing that you made the right decision off the bat. And if you're new to the channel, my name is Tyler Roicki. I help people build income and wealth in real estate, and I run an international real estate team at eXp Realty. If you find this video helpful, get any value whatsoever out of watching it, all I ask is that you like, comment, and hit that subscribe button so that I can continue to share more tips and resources with you in the time ahead. And with that in mind, let's dive into the video. And so what's important in terms of sponsorship at eXp Realty is not necessarily what you might think. Now, to be clear, when we're speaking of sponsorship at eXp, we're not talking about your sponsoring broker who you're hanging your license with. That's going to happen automatically as a part of the join process within eXp. You're going to be affiliated with the broker and hence the managing broker in your state. But in addition to that, we have something completely different at eXp in terms of agent to agent sponsorship. And so what's important isn't that that person is someone you already know. You may or may not know them. It's not important that they're your friend, your family member. It's also not important that they're local to you. So it holds no consequence whatsoever if your sponsor is local to you in the same market area or not. They could be far across the map in a completely different market. It has absolutely no consequence whatsoever. And it also doesn't matter whether or not you have a friend, family member, etc. in the company, because just because someone's a great friend does not mean they will be the best possible sponsor for you. So that's something you have to assess as well. Now, I'm going to dive into what the company's definition of sponsorship is. So a sponsor, non-staff member, is the person who is most responsible for influencing you to come to eXp. Your sponsor's role is to introduce you to eXp and guide you through the application process. Sponsors have no other expectations from eXp Realty besides introducing you to the company. So that's what the company defines as a sponsor. It's very clear. It's the person who is most responsible for influencing you to come to eXp. Now, that being said, it's important to understand that this is a permanent alignment that you're having with someone within the company, meaning you can't change it. Once it's done, and that forever is who you will be aligned with eXp, both now and in the future. And so when you're aligned with someone, what we're really talking about is senior partners, because this person you're aligning yourself with, they're going to get compensated out of the company's actual revenue for referring you to the company. And it's a beautiful thing, because what that does is it incentivizes people to help each other out here. So that person you're aligning yourself with, they're going to be financially better off if you're productive, selling a lot of real estate versus not. And not only that, taking it a step further, you're putting yourself in alignment with up to 7 senior partners in the company based on who you name as your sponsor. So there's 7 people, other agents in this company potentially, that can benefit from your success financially based on how productive you become. And so when you understand the dynamic there, what that means is there's 7 people invested in your success. They could each potentially bring something to the table for you, even though they are not technically required to. I'll tell you this, people respond to incentives. It's economics. And when you have other people incentivized to help you grow and succeed, it's up to you to tap into that. But generally speaking, they're going to want to help if there's anything they possibly can do to help and bring something to the table. So that leads me to what I want to dive into next, which is the qualities of who will be the best possible sponsor for you. Because I'm not going to tell you a specific person to name as your sponsor at all, but I want you to understand how to figure out who the best sponsor will be for you based on where you're at. So the qualities of who will be the best sponsor will be, for one, you want someone who can help you with where you are and where you want to go from this point onward, and can fill in your weaknesses with their strengths. And so what does this person bring to the table? Do they bring experience? Do they bring expertise in a certain area in real estate? These are things to consider as you're assessing who to align yourself with. And then I would tell you, on top of that, equally if not more important, someone who's all in on eXp Realty is essential, because if they're not, well, what if you name them as your sponsor and they leave the company? Or what if they leave the industry? What if they're just not all in on real estate? And so I'd tell you to align yourself with someone who's all in on eXp, all in on real estate, all in on what it is they're building for them and their families financially here long term. Someone who's fully committed and highly involved in the community here within eXp, because it's an incredible community. And when you have someone who's well connected within that community, there's so many incredible relationships and people you can meet that could potentially make a difference for you and your business long term if you're connecting with the right people within this incredible network we have. The third thing I tell you is important to look at is, I kind of already mentioned this, but someone who's connected within the company, who's going to allow you to tap into their network. That way you don't have to establish all these relationships from the get-go. It's a lot easier to build your network when you can lean into someone's network who already exists within the company. So look at that. Does the person you're aligning yourself with, or potentially align yourself with, bring that to the table for you? Because it can fast track your growth and success when you are connected with the right people and tapping into someone's network who's already made these connections and is ready, willing, and able and wanting to bring that to the table for you. Fourth thing is, you want someone who has a track record of success with eXp specifically. So look at what they've done and what they've built since joining the company. Have they built anything with it? Have they done anything big and significant with the opportunity? Do they have a life-changing story based on what they've done with it? I would highly consider assessing that. And then you want someone who has proven up to this point in time that they are willing to take time out of their day to help you. That is essential, because the last thing you want is to name a sponsor who never even returns your calls or gets back to you when you're reaching out for help, especially if you're being proactive to do it. So have they proven up to this point that they will help you when you're reaching out? That's very important. And then last but not least thing I would consider is making sure that you're aligning yourself with a very strong senior leadership council. And so that's not just the person who would be your sponsor, but who it is that sponsored them into the company, and then who's in sequence all the way above them in terms of the different layers. There's 7 senior partners that you could have through that. I would consider who are those people? What do they bring to the table as far as their experience, their expertise, their track record? And I would look at that in as much as you possibly can, and your sponsoring agent should be able to give you insight on who those people are and what they've done. And honestly, if they can't, I would question right up front if that's really going to be the right person for you, if they don't even know who they're aligned with or what they bring to the table, specifically person by person. And so at this point, if you're unsure who the best sponsor will be for you, given all that information, I'd like to bring something to the table that can very much simplify this whole process for you. And what that is I'd like to give you the opportunity to interview me for this role. If you're not already clear on who it is that you could possibly align yourself within this incredible company we have, I'm willing to have a conversation, connect with you, and you're welcome to interview me for that role. So here's what I bring to the table in those key areas, by the way. For one, I bring coaching to the table. I have a track record of success selling real estate, helping buyers and sellers. But what I really found my passion is in helping real estate agents. I've helped over 100 people launch their careers from scratch at eXp Realty, and many of those have gone on to build very substantial incomes in real estate in a relatively short amount of time, 1 to 2 years in the industry, that is. And so I bring that ability to coach, and I don't charge an additional fee for that. Unlike most people who would tell you they're coaches in our industry, that's not what I do. I tap into the business model eXp has to offer and bring that additional value to the table for no added cost. The second thing is I am all in on eXp. My track record up to this point would indicate that. I've been at this company 6.5 years. That's about half the time it's existed. I'm full-time in real estate. I've been full-time in real estate ever since I started in the industry 8 years ago. And I invest to getting into all the right rooms with all the right people, major events. I spend thousands of dollars per year getting into the rooms and getting into the front of the rooms at our biggest events, primarily for the connections that happen in there. And that brings me to the third thing is I am very well connected within eXp. I've made it a big point and priority to build connections and relationships with the top leaders, top producers, even all the way up to the founder in this company, not just for my own benefit, but I want to be able to bring that to the table for anyone who I'm partnered with within this company. It's very important to me because I know that the right connection can be a game changer for someone at a certain point in their journey, and I want to be able to help bring those connections to the table, at least for those who want to do positive things with it and make a positive impact. And fourth thing is track record of success. In the time I've been with eXp, I've become one of the top 150 growth leaders in this company out of nearly 90,000 agents based on what I've built within the company, which directly related to helping other agents within the company succeed. And so I strive to continually grow and build and help other people grow and succeed, because that's how that even grows in the first place. Fifth thing is put me to the test. That's what I'd say. You know, if you reach out, see if I'm willing to help, take time out of my day, you put me to the test and tell me if I am or not. So that's what I'd say on that. Reach out and connect and see on that. And then the sixth thing here is alignment. You know, who am I aligned with in leadership? Well, I'm very blessed to be able to say, and I say blessed because I had no idea that this was the case until far after joining the company myself, but as it turns out, I'm aligned with 7 of the top 17 leaders in this company based on what they've built with this opportunity. 7 of the top 17 are direct senior partners of mine. And so that's 7 of the top people in the entire industry. They bring a wealth of knowledge, expertise to the table. And, you know, it's one of the, if not the strongest organizations in the entire company. And I'm incredibly blessed to be able to say that that's something that I bring to the table as well. All that being said, if you would like to connect more with me about sponsorship and effectively interview me for that role, I welcome you to do so. So go ahead and connect. You'll find my information in the description below, along with some other helpful resources. So go ahead and email me, text me, whatever you feel is simplest for you, and we'll get a time set up to connect more. If you have any questions related to sponsorship or eXp Realty at all, I'd be more than happy to allow you to pick my brain, if you will, based on my time on task experience here with the company. I'll have the answers you need, and if there's some question you have where I don't have the answer, I most certainly will know where to find it. So thank you for watching the video. I really do hope that it helps you figure out who the best sponsor is going to be for you at eXp Realty. There's so many incredible people at this company. I'm very blessed to know many of them, and maybe you're connected with somebody else, and that's okay if that's the case. I just wanted to make sure that you had what you needed to figure out who the best person is for you. If it's someone you're connected with, great. And if you end up wanting to have a conversation with me, I'm looking forward to connecting more. So all that being said, if you got value out of the video, drop me a like, leave me a comment while you're at it, and if nothing else, just hit the subscribe button. I want to continue to share more with you in the future to help you succeed and make the most of the opportunity that's ahead. Thank you again for watching the video, and until next time, I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video.